Killerton was the home of one family, the Acklands, from the late 17th century until 1944. In that time, the family transformed the great house and its grounds from its late Tudor roots into a grand Georgian and then Victorian estate. There are still Tudor elements to be found inside the house, while its surrounding gardens reveal Georgian landscaping techniques and stories of a 19th century exotic plant collectors. At the heart of the great estate at Killerton is the house. While the house is widely known as a Georgian building, there is evidence of earlier houses dating back to the late Tudor era hidden inside. There were essentially three major alterations in history of the current house. Firstly, there was a 17th century mansion that Sir Thomas Ackland, 7th Baronet, expanded in 1778 to 1779. Then, Sir Thomas Ackland, 10th Baronet, and his wife Lady Lydia had the house altered to fit their growing family in the early 19th century. By 1819, many of the room's uses within the house had changed. The final major alteration was carried out by Sir Charles, 12th Baronet, and his wife Lady Gertrude at the turn of the 20th century. Mostly done circa 1898, these renovations included combining rooms and changing the layout of the staircase. The current house, however, reflects the 1920s and the time of Sir Francis, the 14th Baronet. The Bear's Hut that stands still in Killerton's gardens was built in 1808 by John Vetch on behalf of Sir Thomas Dyke Ackland. He built it as a summer house, which he presented to Lady Lydia as a wedding present. In later years, it was used to rehome a bear that was brought to Killerton by the 12th Baronet's brother on his return from Canada. Tom the bear called it home until he became too large and he was relocated. The estate covers some 2,590 hectares. Included in the estate is a steep wooded hillside with the remains of an Iron Age hill fort on top of it, known as Dalbury, which has also yielded evidence of Roman occupation, namely a triple-ditch Roman fort or a marching camp, which is still visible in aerial photographs, despite heavy ploughing within the hill fort. Killerton House itself and the Bear's Hut summer house in the grounds are Grade 2 listed buildings. The gardens are Grade 2 listed in the National Register of Historic Parks and Gardens. Killerton is an 18th century house near Exeter in Devon, in England, which, with its hillside garden and estate, has been owned by the National Trust since 1944 and is open to the public. The National Trust displays the house as a comfortable home. On display in the house is a collection of 18th to 20th century costumes.